I like the Bravely games. I really like the Bravely games. Bravely Default and Bravely Second are easily part of, like, especially Bravely Second is part of my top 10 RPGs. And obviously, they're more associated with Nintendo compared to a lot of other Final Fantasy games, which have a lot more versions on different consoles everywhere, while the Bravely games have been purely, Nintendo focused. So, I want to see Bravely characters in Smash Ultimate. I have a huge doubt that'll be the case, because I think we already have our RPG rep with Cloud, but I think the Bravely characters would be slightly more appropriate. Now, I'm going to be going through different versions of my personal guesses on how exactly I would want them to be implemented, and the most, I guess, ludicrous way of it, with some semblance of logic to it, is actually implementing all 6 party members that have been in the Bravely games. That would be Tiz, Anyas, Edea, Ringabel, Yu, and Magnolia. You might be saying, wow, that's like 6 new characters from one series. And Starcry said, don't expect too many new characters. But there's a way you can do it. Since they all have similar body models in the Bravely Default games, I can imagine the anatomy of them being like a mix between the concept art and the model art. So pretty much how it will work is that there's 2 main types of movesets. There'll be the magic moveset and the physical moveset. The magic moveset would be Anyas, Tiz, and Yu all combined together in one character. Or at least maybe Tiz as the main character, and Anyas and Yu being Echo Fighters of Tiz specifically. This would be also the first case of 2 Echo Fighters for a single character, since Crom's an Echo Fighter of Roy, not Marth, and Lucina's Marth's Echo Fighter. And the physical moveset would be Edea, Ringabel, and Magnolia, as they're more physical oriented, especially in the stats game. Tiz is kind of like the all-rounder character, but he is slightly more towards magic. Or at least that's what I see him be used as, and what I primarily use him as. So you can have Edea be the primary character for the physical moveset, and everybody else and the other 2 characters, the Echo Fighters. Because Tiz and Edea are the 2 characters in both Bravely Second and Bravely Default that are both in the party. They're the only 2 characters that stay in both games, while the other 3 characters are only been in the party for 1 game, or have only been kind of like a guest party member during the second game. So that's kind of how I imagine it if I had my way entirely. But probably the more likely way is that they're going to only choose one moveset, and maybe they're just all costumes of each other, similar to how if we're being entirely realistic, and if they get implemented at all, it will be 1 moveset's 2 costumes per character. So there'll be 2 costumes for Tiz, probably his default design, his second design. Probably their Bravely Default and their Bravely Second design. So Ringabel can have his Bravely Second design, which is the Dark Knight design, and his Bravely Default design. Edea can have a Bravely Default Second, and yada yada yada. That's how if I had to guess, and they're going to include all 4 characters to some fashion, that's probably how would they do it, is Bowser Jr. style, and they just all have the same moveset. And the moveset could be not just sword fighters, as because all the job classes have all sorts of different weapons, so each attack can literally be from a different job class. The specials could be the magic, the normals and smash attacks could be the different physical attacks. Up smash could be stab with the spear. Forward smash could be the axe or the great swords. Some of the aerials could be the bow and arrow or muskets and things like that. And their final smash could be the special attacks, where depending on which character you have selected, they'll play their character theme. from the actual games, which would be really, really cool. Well, if they do it all costume style for each and every character, you can still throw in you and Magnolia in there as well. Since all the characters can have any job class at any point, so yeah, I could totally see that being a thing. Or maybe they might still go with the two major job movesets, like with they'll have magic, and then they'll have physical, and then they have Tiz be the starting of magic, and with Agnes as his Echo Fighter. Then Edea would be physical, because again, those are two characters that appear in both Bravely Default and Bravely Second as primary party members, while Ringabel would be Edea's Echo Fighter, which will also make sense because Tiz and Agnes are a thing, and Edea and Ringabel also are a thing. So the two being Echo Fighters of the other would make a lot of sense. And they can make it where it's like Tiz and Agnes, Tiz and Edea are using their Bravely Second designs as their default costume, while Agnes and Ringabel use their Bravely Default designs as their default costumes. Which is probably the most my way that I want it to be realistically as possible. Would be in that fashion. I wouldn't mind it if they're just Echo Fighters of each other, or not even just Echo Fighters of each other, all just costumes of just one moveset, and just Tiz is the primary character since he's kind of the mascot character in a way. As he appears on the cover of Bravely Second, and he is still a primary focal character in both. You is kind of more of a main character in Bravely Second in terms of plot, but anyway, point is, I would really want to see these characters in Smash. I would love to see them in Smash. I think it would probably be a better representation between Square Enix and Nintendo than Cloud is, because Cloud has never starred as a main character in a Nintendo game. He has made a lot of guest appearances. A few of the Kingdom Hearts games showed him as like either an assistant attack, like in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories with his summon card and things like that. But I just kind of wish it's either, like, in terms of Final Fantasy representation, I would want it to be either 1 through 6. Probably like your Tara Brantford, Cecil, maybe Bartz, if you want to make sure they're not just a sword user. Because Bart's, his gimmick in the City of Games is that he uses all sorts of moves. Because he is the job class master. He knows all the different kinds of job classes and stuff like that. And yeah, and no matter what, I really want at least Ringabel to be in Smash, because he can have a taunt that is a flirt for every single female character in the game. So pretty much he'll stand next to the female character, and if you do that taunt with him, he will actually have a unique pickup line for every female character. And maybe some funnier lines and very dismissive one-liners towards all the male characters, and maybe like a bit of a confusion with characters like Samus in a power suit or Sheik, or you'll have a pickup line for himself if you're playing against another Ringabel, like as if he's like looking in the mirror or something. That would be actually really, really funny. It'll be kind of like the Paluta's Ganyan Snake Codex, but without being like as in depth. It would just be him just trying to get out a pickup line, which would be really, really funny. And of course, Edea needs McGurgurgur as a taunt. That is a requirement. That is a requirement. If Edea is in the game. Also, Ari as an assist trophy. That's how I would do. Yeah. Or at least one of the asterisk holders as an assist trophy. Oh, maybe they can also use the interdimensional bosses and use the balls from Bravely Second. They were also technically in Bravely Default as like optional weird bosses, part of the town gimmick and stuff like that. But yeah. But anyway, that's just me rambling a bit. Yeah. Tell me what you think about Edea, Ringabel, Tiz, Anyas, and stuff like that being in the game. I would really like them to be in the game. That's my personal wish. All 6 characters in the game, with 2 of them being Echo Fighters of a primary moveset from one of the other 2 characters. Like I said, I would think it would be Tiz and Edea, since they're the 2 primary party members that appear in every game. And, yeah. I would at least want Edea and Ringabel. Edea being primary character, Ringabel being Echo. Because I like Edea slightly bit more. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think? Who do you think will be better Square Enix representation? Obviously, there's Gino. But yeah, I'm just thinking about like something that is purely a bit more Square and stuff. Dragon Quest character would be cool as well. Because Dragon Quest is very big with Nintendo and all that. Anyway, that's the end of this video. See you all later.